Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. We are sub 2 weeks out and we are about to go train push. But I thought what I would do is go over my peri window. And Chris, what's a peri window? We don't know what peri window is. This is essentially the window around your training program, around your training. So pre, intra, post. Okay, so obviously for performance and recovery essentially. So we have cream of rice. Now in my program I actually have 2 squares bars, but I thought I want to feel fuller, I want more volume in terms of my food, so I made the changes to cream of rice like for like. So we've got trained by JP salted caramel cream of rice, 67 grams. Now 67 grams actually doesn't equate to that, it's actually like 44 grams. However, I changed my intra workout, and if you've seen this, if you've seen my other videos, I changed my intra carbs to post-workout. Now I wanted to change that to pre-workout just to feel fuller throughout my session. So fast-acting carbohydrate, which is obviously going to help with performance. And then we've got 15 grams of dark chocolate, which I'm going to bang in. Now, usually I would make this earlier and put it in the fridge, so I'd eat it cold, but I don't have the time today. So we're gonna eat it hot, but as you can see, the consistency is absolutely bang on. So if you wanna see a video on how to make the perfect bowl of cream of rice, then I'll absolutely do that for you. But I'm just gonna fold this through, let that melt, and then get this down mid because we need it to digest. So, you know, realistically, between like 40 minutes to an hour to get that to start digesting, and obviously to utilize that through training. So we are gonna wolf this down and then jump into probably just watch a YouTube video because I've done all my check-ins today because I'm good like that. Monday, great day. So dark chocolate, great for the pump, great antioxidant there, and it's only natural caffeine in there as well. So that is what my pre-workout meal looks like. I'm actually gonna add some pink salt, because firstly, it tastes good, but again, it's going towards the pump and obviously electrolytes and hydration whilst I train. So let's talk again pre-workout. So I'm going to have a scoop of Pride pre-workout, jungle fruits flavor, because that's my favorite at the moment. So we're going to have a scoop of that. And then again, for, you know, because I'm running a bit flat at the moment on food and energy, I'm actually going to use the Mega Pump from Contasport, which absolutely slaps as well. This one is Fruit Blast. So the combination of Fruit Blast and jungle fruits, it's just unreal, to be fair. So I'll take that about 10-15 minutes before training. So I'll probably have that when I drive to the gym. I'll put that in the fridge. And then for my intra, I have 15 grams of Beyond by EHP, which obviously I will weigh out just like everything else. This is the pineapple flavor and it's unrivaled. It's just so damn good. There we go. And then I'll have that with 5 grams of creatine, again by EHP Labs. If you want anything from EHP, of course, use my code PEAK10 to save discount, or to save money rather. We'll get this down, take these to the gym, and then we'll go through a little gym session. We're just probably not going to film all of it, but basically just chasing the pump at the minute. So the logbook is out the window. I don't really care about chasing numbers right now because I'm not growing tissue at the moment. I'm just trying to maintain, get good blood flow, get good stimulus to the muscle, get a good pump, and that's all we're really looking for at the moment. So to trying to progress lifts at this point, you know, under 2 weeks out is pointless. So that's what we're going to go for, and then we'll come home and we'll have our post-workout meal, and that will kind of wrap that video up. But I guess I'll see you. Look at the consistency on that, by the way. That shouldn't fall off the spoon. I will do a video on this, and then yeah, I guess I'll see you at the gym, and then I'll see you after the gym. Oh, Fuck, it's so good, man. We just got to warehouse. Obviously you guys see that I do float around a few gyms, but this is my home gym. This is where I do the majority of my training. And I just love the vibe and the atmosphere. So if you're in the workshop area or the surrounding area, Nottinghamshire, definitely come down and pay a visit to Warehouse Gym and Kitchen. I'm always here, so come say hello. But we are going to jump straight in. We're going to start off with some flies, just get the blood to the muscle and to warm up the joints essentially. Because what we're going to be doing today is just pulling back on the volume a little bit. So I'm probably just going to do 2 sets on everything. Pretty much a loading and a back off, and then probably some lengthened partials just to drive as much stimulus to the muscle as possible. So without further ado, let's get straight into the pec deck. Want to make sure before we're leading into any kind of lift is do some feeder sets. Just get the muscle and the joints primed, ready to start lifting. If you go straight in with your heavy shit, you're bound for injury. Just because we're pulling back on volume doesn't mean training intensity goes to shit. So accuracy on point, form on point, tempo on point, mind to muscle connection on point. Our goal here is to drive as much mechanical tension to the muscle as possible, drive as much fatigue and stress so we can actually get a decent pump. So nothing slips, just trying to pull back a little bit of volume to minimize risk of injury and fatigue management essentially at the end of the day. So we'll go one more back off, well we'll do a back off and then we'll move into a press. Them partials getting fucking going. Right, the first press in motion we're going into is an incline pin-loaded chest press. Usually this would be Smith machine, but again, fatigue management, I don't want to be carrying around big heavy plates and trying to load up a Smith machine. So just sit down, put pin in place, foot forward, start lifting. So making sure we're all set, shoulder blades retracted, chest proud, core engaged, elbows nice and low. What we're trying to do here is push through, and as weird as it sounds, dragging it through your elbows. And this is really going to maximize how much tension you apply on your chest or your clavicular fibers and minimize how much anterior delt you're using here. Because what we don't want to be doing is pressing out like this and really using your shoulders. So nice and controlled. Let's get a few feeder reps in. Feels good. So we can start applying some load. Let's go, come on. Oh. Fucking hell. So you see the element of slow and controlled, and once they start fatiguing, I still want to drive as much stimulus as possible to the target muscle there. So I start picking up the little bit of the pace to keep driving blood to the muscle and essentially just fill it out. Fucking hell, I'm full already, 2 exercises in. I really do like Panatta equipment, but some of it, you know, well, especially when I'm pushing food in, the pin loader stuff's way too light, but at that point I'll be using plates anyway. But I like this machine. It kind of hits a little bit more of the costal fibers of the chest, so the lower part of the chest, but still pressing. It doesn't converge as much as I would like it to, but we've already worked the pec in its most shortened range anyway with the flyers, so we're still getting that nice stretch in the lengthened range here. And then as you can see, driving comes down ever so slightly. So when we're setting up for this, feet planted in, driving our shoulders back into the pad, chest proud, and driving force through, elbows down to alleviate shoulder activation there. Really focusing when you're in the lengthened range like this is not just trying to push the weight down. What you want to be doing is dragging it through the muscle. So first thought here is engage the chest and then drag it through. Contrary to people thinking that you need to be explosive, where it may increase your risk of injury, but to really effectively break down the tissue, what you want to be doing is just dragging it through the muscle. And that feeder set there just got me going. If any of those emos are out there, or anybody that likes hardcore or screamo or whatever, but old school belter just popped up. I don't know if that's going to go focus. Hawthorne Heights, old school. Back when I ever used to have a big fringe. I still love all that emo shit. My favourite band at the moment is Falling in Reverse. Absolute fucking killer. If you guys have got any new bands that you recommend listening to, put them in the comments below, please. Or any kind of good music to listen to while training. Oh! Oh! Fuck. Chest is about to explode. Seeing stars, seeing little dots everywhere. Right, next exercise. You guessed it, pin loaded, Panatta, shoulder press. I'm just going to show you something because obviously I am trying to limit as much movement as possible. There is the press that I just came from. There's the press that I came from before. And just over there, as you can see, is the pec deck. So minimal movement around the gym just to manage fatigue and just get the most out of my training, because obviously that's what we're here for. So we're going to warm up on this. I'm going to go narrow grip today. No really reason why. I just fancy it. And it still targets a little bit of that upper chest there as well, which is obviously one of my key focuses. Again, making sure their elbows are nice and forward. And it's like dragging through your elbows. It's a weird thing to say, but think about it when you're doing it next. Okay, feels nice. John Mayer just came on. That's what you want before you go into a shoulder press.
Push my button, push to start it.
Oh! What I like to do when it comes to shoulder pressing is edge forward into the seat, drive your shoulders into the pad, and this way you're going to direct more tension to your anterior delt and less on the joint. The more upright you are and pushing this way, there's just way too much load going in the joint there. And obviously we want to drive stimulus to the muscle, not the joint. but that felt good, very good. Because we're not logbooking doesn't mean we take everything to failure. Sometimes training to feel is all you fucking need, you know, especially when you've not got a lot of food in, you've not got a lot of energy. There's no point chasing numbers when you just want to come in and chase the pump, essentially. Got a lot smoother today than I expected. At the moment in time, it's just like getting one foot in front of the other at the moment. So to walk out with a pump is good. Next exercise, we are moving into some lateral work. I like to use this machine because it literally requires no forearm, no grip, no nothing. You can really just drive straight stimulus to the medial delt. There is an element of where you're going to hit your traps in here, which is okay because I could do with some bigger traps at the end of the day. But very, very good machine just for isolation. So I'm going to do 3 sets. But all different volumes. So I'm going to go 12 to 15, 8 to 12, 15 to 20. Oh. Oh. No. To ensure that you are not using a lot more traps than you're supposed to, what you want to be doing is depressing the scaps, right? Keeping your shoulders nice and low, and then just make sure you're really isolating them. It's very easy to start to lose form and start coming up, but if you start to notice that, then just again, reset, drop the scaps, and focus on just driving up through the delts. Right, keeping it simple, keeping it effective, easy bar, tricep, cable push down. I do say it's easy, but it's one of the probably most butchered exercises where there's a lot of anterior delt going in here. So what we want to be doing is, I take a step back from the machine, shoulders back, elbows in tight to the body, and it's literally just drive down, squeeze, control. Elbow should never move from that point, right? So just drive down, control. Lengthening that tricep as much as possible without bringing your elbows forward. And then driving down, squeezing, getting as short as you possibly can. Make sure you're keeping them shoulders back. So keep the stimulus on the tricep. Right, I'm just gonna do 3 straight sets of probably around 10 to 15. No point getting too fancy with this. Right, final exercise of the day is an overhead extension. You can use cables, ropes, you could use whatever this is, but it's very, very good for challenging the tricep in the lengthen range. So we want to go as far back as possible, shoulders down, elbows in tight, drag out, squeeze. I'll do 3 sets of this. 12 to 15. Oh. Well, maybe not 12. That is done. Romeo done. I'm going to do a little bit of posing and then we'll jump into our post-workout meal. Right guys, we are back from the gym and obviously we are going to end this video with the end of our peri window. Okay, so we got 100 grams of Frosties, fast acting carbohydrate to replenish our glycogen stores, our energy that obviously we just depleted whilst in the gym. And I'm going for the Train by JP Whey Isolate, and this is the caramel Biscoff. It's like that lowest Biscoff flavor. Obviously, it being an isolate, it's a fast absorbing protein. It doesn't really matter if you have just a normal whey. Protein's protein. It's going to go in at the end of the day. But we're going to put 40 grams of this in. I like to put ice in it to make it nice and cold. Obviously, I'm not using milk, so it's from the tap water. So we want to make it nice and cold. But this flavor with Frosties goes absolutely hand in hand together. Usually I would use a different flavor protein, like just a normal whey. But this is what we have at the moment, and it is delightful, to be honest. So we're gonna shake that up. Oh my gosh. Top. I tried to not use too much water because I don't want it to be too wet. As you can see, that comes out quite quick. Isolate breaks down really, really easily with water. A couple of ice cubes in there. And then I'm just going to literally just sit here, let that absorb, and then I'll go into another protein meal very shortly. But that's kind of what that looks like, what a peri window is in terms of performance and recovery, and also your intra-workout there to keep energy balance whilst training. I hope you enjoyed the workout. I most certainly did, but yeah, if there is anything you guys want to see, please drop in the comments. As always, please like, and most importantly, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are less than 2 weeks out, so the next few videos will be kind of pushing in towards the show. But I appreciate the support. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, and until then, I'll see you on the next one.